Narrator, China was not always one of the safest lands on Earth. Once, it was a land of endless bloodshed and betrayal, a place that mirrored hell itself. From this chaos rose a man whose name would echo through centuries like a curse, Zhuo. His reign would become one of the darkest chapters in Chinese history, a story of fire, fear, and merciless ambition. Slow, dark. Born in the rugged lands of Luoyang province, young Zhuo grew up in a world where strength was the only law. He was not like other children. While others played, he studied the cruelty of beasts, the power of the sword, and the silence of fear. He was ambitious, cunning, and carried within him a hunger that no ordinary life could satisfy. Zhuo, long sinister monologue. Do you think I was born to toil in the dirt? No, I was born to rule over it. The weak will spend their lives begging for scraps, while I carve my destiny from their bones. One day they will look into my eyes and see not a man, but a storm. And storms do not bow, they consume. Narrator, grim. As a young soldier, Zhuo proved himself not through loyalty or honor, but through terror. His enemies whispered that he was a beast in human form, a man who enjoyed the sight of broken bodies more than the taste of wine. Zhuo. Mocking, cruel, longer dialogue. Look at you, groveling in the mud, your hands trembling, your mouths gasping for mercy. Mercy? Tell me, did you show mercy when you raided villages? When you slaughtered the helpless? No. And now you beg me? Half darkly. I will not kill you quickly. I want your screams to echo so loudly that your comrades hear them on the wind. When they see what I have done to you, they will understand. Zhuo is not merely a man, he is the punishment of heaven itself. Narrator. When the capital drowned in chaos, Zhuo did not simply seize power. He crowned a child, the young Prince Xian, barely 9 years old, and turned him into a puppet. The empire had its boy emperor, but its true master sat in the shadows.
My lord, I am only a child. I do not know how to rule such a vast land. Why do you place this burden upon me?
Because the people need a symbol, little one. They must see an emperor's face, even if it is too young to understand power. You will be their sun, but I will be your sky. Every word you speak will be my voice. Every decree you sign will be my will.
But I am afraid. What if the people hate me? What if they curse my name?
They will hate, yes, but not you. They will curse me, and that is how it must be. You shall remain untouched, like a flower hidden in the garden. And I will be the storm that breaks the land. I will carry their rage, their fear, their despair. Remember this, boy. Your throne rests upon my shoulders. If I fall, you fall with me. Narrator. And so the boy became emperor, but only in name. In truth, it was Zhuo who ruled the empire, a tyrant who held both the throne and the fate of China in his blood-stained hand. Narrator, steady foreboding. As the empire weakened under the trembling rule of a child emperor, Zhuo seized his chance. Summoning his armies, he marched into the capital. What the empire saw was not a protector, but a conqueror in the guise of a minister. Zhuo, throne speech long, theatrical. Behold your emperor, a frightened boy who clutches a crown far too heavy for his head. You call him the son of heaven? Ha! No, he is nothing but a puppet. My puppet. When I whisper, he speaks. When I command, he obeys. And you lords and ministers, you dare look at me with contempt. Bow your heads, not to this trembling child, but to me. I am the iron will of the empire. I am the fire that will burn away weakness. Defy me, and you will beg for death long before it comes. Narrator, dark, heavy. Once in power, Zhuo unleashed terror unlike anything the capital had ever seen. He murdered nobles, seized their treasures, and filled the halls of Luoyang with the cries of the broken. His hunger knew no limit. He gorged himself on wine, gold, and flesh, while the empire starved. Zhuo, drunken feast speech, long mocking. Drink, drink to the empire's misery. Can you not hear it? The sobbing of widows, the shrieks of starving children, the desperate prayers of men who know the sun will not rise for them again. That is the sweetest music of all, and I am its composer. Lasts cruelly. Tonight, The people burn their last grain, tomorrow they burn their homes, and when nothing remains, they will burn for me. Call me tyrant, demon, monster. Let them curse me with their dying breaths. My throne will be built from their ashes, and still, they will fear me. Narrator, chilling. But Dong Zhuo's cruelty reached its peak when he ordered the burning of Luoyang, the great capital itself. A city of history, knowledge, and culture reduced to smoldering ruins. Dong Zhuo, mad, shouting, "Burn it! Burn it all! Let the sky glow red, let the gods themselves weep at the sight. Luoyang dies tonight, but I will be eternal. The empire will choke on the smoke of its own heart. I am not merely ruler, I am destruction itself." Narrator grim slow. But even monsters can be slain. In his arrogance, Dong Zhuo placed his trust in Lu Bu, his adopted son and greatest warrior. Yet the blade of loyalty can turn sharper than any enemy's steel. Dong Zhuo suspicious, angry, long speech. "Why has the emperor summoned me at dawn? Humph. His throne exists only because of me. I raised him from the dirt and placed a crown on his head. I carried this empire on my back, and still they dare whisper against me? Let them plot, let them conspire. Without me they are nothing but carrion waiting to be devoured. The empire breeds because I allow it, and should I fall, the empire will fall with me." Lu Bu cold longer. "No, Dong Zhuo, the emperor did not summon you, I did. For years I have watched you drown this land in fire, watched you strangle the empire with your greed. You took me as your son, but you gave me nothing but chains. Tonight I break them. Tonight, China takes back its soul." Dong Zhuo furious, desperate long. You dare raise your blade against me? After all I have given you? I made you Lu Bu, I gave you power, glory, a name that shook the world. Without me, you are nothing but a soldier lost in the dust. Betray me, and history will curse you as the lowest of traitors. You cannot kill me, I am eternal. The empire is Dong Zhuo. Lu Bu, final deadly calm. "No, the empire was never yours, and history will not remember you as eternal. It will remember you as a monster, slain by his own hand." Narrator chilling. With a single stroke, the tyrant fell, his screams silenced, his body dragged through the streets, spat upon by those he once terrorized. Dong Zhuo was burned, his ashes scattered to the wind. Narrator, soft, haunting. For 3 years, Dong Zhuo reigned as a living nightmare, and though centuries have passed, his name still lingers like smoke on the wind. A warning that power without conscience becomes terror, and terror without limit consumes even itself. Final voice Dong Zhuo's echo, fading. The world will never forget me. Never.